Well, if you've been on the IRC server, I'm sure you've heard me talking about my T-Mobile G1 cell phone. I'm really impressed with it. It's a great cell phone. So today I figured I'd do a segment explaining the advantages and the disadvantages of the Android operating system. Uh, the Android operating system, in my opinion, is extremely stable, especially for how young it is. Some people still consider it a beta. I've had great luck with it. I think part of the stability is the fact that each application on it runs in its own virtual machine. So if one application crashes, it doesn't affect the rest of them. Unlike with Windows mobile smartphones, I've had some Windows mobile smartphones, and you'll have one application crash, and the whole phone crashes. Not only does the phone crash, the dialer crashes, and you don't even know. You have it running in your pocket, and your phone's locked up, and now you're not receiving phone calls. I personally have never had that problem with my G1. It's worked flawless for me. I'm really impressed. For $180 smartphone, you really can't beat the price, and it's really got top-end technology in it. The potentials for the Android, it can be run on both powerful phones like the G1, or it can be scaled back onto cheaper phones, probably something that you can get free or maybe for $20 or $50. Eventually in the future, it's going to be available on more phones. From what I heard, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I heard that Asus is supposed to be making some kind of deal with Android, and they're thinking about actually putting it onto netbooks, or possibly even having it embedded in motherboards on the, I think it's called System on Chip, or I forget what it's called, but you know where they have the a small Linux operating system right on your motherboard for low power use and instant boot up. So that would be kind of cool. It'll be nice to see what eventually it comes out in the future. That's one of the reasons why I jumped on it so quick, because I like being at the forefront of technology. Yeah, there's problems. You have to deal with the problems, and when you jump on things too quick, because it's kind of nice to wait until it's out for a while and let everybody else deal with the problems. But where's the fun in that, right? So why should I use the Android operating system, or should I say a phone running Android? Well, there's a ton of applications out already. Like I said, it hasn't even been released for long, and there's hundreds of applications out. Some of them are good, a lot of them are bad, but the fun is sorting through them and seeing what you like. And if you don't like anything out there, well, learn how to code and start writing your own. It's an open source phone. Why not take advantage of it? Why would I not want to use the Android operating system or an Android phone? Well, if you're looking for something flashy and everything works out of the box, go and get an iPhone. The advantage to having a G1, or should I say to using Android, is you get to play with new technology. It's not all finished. Some of it's flaky, some of it runs good, but that's the fun in testing stuff, playing with it. Come on, we're hackers. That's what we do. We take shit apart. We usually fuck it up, and by the time we're done with it, we make it better. Another thing, I'm not sure with future phones, but I know with the G1, the battery life sucks. It's a trade-off, you know. You got a lot of power in this thing. Of course, the battery life's going to suck. I have a little USB battery pack that I can plug into it if I need, if I'm going on long distances. They do make an extended battery already. I'm not sure how well it works. It's not that much bigger than the standard battery. I'm waiting for more batteries to come out, and hopefully the phone will last a lot longer. Like I said, the Android operating system it's the first open source phone on the market. Hopefully there's a lot more to follow. But what's nice is anybody can code for it. There should be a lot of more applications coming out for it. And what's kind of cool is how the payment system works when you buy applications. Google actually doesn't take anything. 70% of what you pay for the application goes right to the developer, and then 30% goes to the cell provider that you use. So that's going to encourage cell providers like T-Mobile, for example, to sell really good phones like the G1 a lot cheaper, because they're going to be pulling in 30% of the profits of all the apps that you download. And with the developers getting 70%, that's going to encourage developers to start writing better apps, and hopefully a lot less applications like iFarty and stuff like that that make your phone fart. That, so far, that's mainly been what's out, since the market's only been free. So like I was saying, there's been a lot of bad applications out. There's been a couple of good ones, but there's a lot of junk to sift through. What I do is every night when I'm sitting down and settling down at night, I'll fire up my phone, jump on the market, and look at the new applications, try a couple new out every night and stay on top of it. But if you just got the phone, there's a lot to go through. So I'm going to try and go through some of the decent applications, point out some of the good ones. Maybe I'll point out some of the bad ones and show the advantages and disadvantages of different applications on the phone. So I'm going to jump over. I'm going to try and do screen captures on the computer so you can see, but some applications take advantage of hardware that just can't be emulated on the computer, so you got to deal with crappy video of me holding my phone up to this screen. So we'll cut over to that video now. Oi Update is a useful app, especially for the Android phone, considering most of the applications for the phone are in beta and probably will indefinitely be in beta. So there's constantly updates for everything on your phone. So Oi Update's simple. Just install it to your phone, and once you open it up, it'll scan through all the files, or I'm sorry, all the programs on your phone. And as you can see on this screen, there's a list of programs, and if you see the little blue arrow here, it means that there's an update available for that program. Just click on the program and it'll check for a new version, and it should download and install the new version for you. The next application I'm going to show is called APK Installer. It's a pretty good application to have. When you download the Android applications, they come in what's called an APK file. You can back these up and save them, which has actually helped me out because I downloaded a lot of files back when the market was only free, and now that they can charge, I get a lot of applications that really aren't worth paying for that I got for free that now they charge for, that had backed up, so I can reinstall them if I want to. It's a pretty simple app. You just open it up and it goes to the root of your SD card where you have the app files stored at. Unfortunately, I don't have an SD card emulated. I didn't feel like going through the whole process, so I can't show you exactly how it works. But you can see the program. You just select the files off of your SD card and click them one by one, and it'll install the applications back onto your phone. The only real flaw that I have with my Android phone so far is the power issues. The battery just doesn't last too long. I'm not sure if that's going to be just related to the G1 or if that's going to be an issue on most Android phones. But I know the G1 seriously has major battery problems. So I'm going to show you this program called Power Manager. It's another simple to use like every other program on the phone, but you can set different profiles for what you're doing. For example, if you're in your house, there's no reason to have the GPS turned on, so it'll turn off the GPS. If you're on a train or underground, stuff like that, you can have your GPS turned off. If you're out on the road, there's no need to have the Wi-Fi on. You can set it. I have it so that when my phone's plugged into the charger, my backlight stays on the whole time. You can set different brightness levels for different scenarios and stuff. You can poke around in the program, but if you look at the screen, there's different profiles. You got battery powered, low powered, AC powered, computer powered, and browsing mode. So for example, when your battery goes below 40%, you can have it start shutting shit down, and just make it turn basically into a basic phone, so you have it for emergency uses. Poke around with this program, try it, see what you like, and let us know what you think. G1 Central is a nice little application. It's basically a client for the Grand Central service. I'm sure you've all heard of Grand Central. If not, Google it, you'll find out. I find it handy because I'm a T-Mobile customer and I have the Fab 5 service on my phone. So what I did is I programmed in my Grand Central phone number on my Fab 5, and now I have free outgoing calls whenever I want. It's pretty simple to use. The first thing you want to do is open up the application and hit the menu button and go to settings. And there you punch in all your Grand Central account information. I'm not going to do it because I don't feel like hiding all my account information and editing it out, but you can figure it out. Once that's done, just go back to the main screen here and type in whatever phone number you want to call. Once you do that, hit the green call button on your phone and it'll log on to your account and it'll start trying to connect the call. This could take a minute or so. And there it goes. If you see there, Grand Central's calling my phone. Just hit the call button to answer.
Welcome to National Directory Assistance.
And it's connecting the call. Just hit the hang up button and it disconnects. Now if you see over here on the emulator screen, sometimes the calling dialog hangs a little bit. Just hit the back button to get rid of that. And, oh yeah, there's a contacts tab here. Basically what that does is it imports all the contacts from your phone so that you can call them now in Grand Central. Makes it easy when you're trying to dial or whatever driving. There's also a mail tab here, so all your voicemail in your Grand Central box, this isn't your phone voicemail, but in your actual Grand Central voicemail is listed in there. You can click on any voicemail message and it'll download it to the SD card in your phone, and you can play back anytime you want. Or you can save it, transfer it to the computer, whatever you want to do. But I find this to be a handy little application. I use it a lot, and hopefully you guys do too. Another flaw I've discovered with Android-based phones is, for some reason, out of the box, you can't use MP3s as ringers. I'm not sure why, but I found a solution. There's a program called RingDroid. Let me bring the phone up here so you can see. It crashes the emulator, so I can't show you it on the emulator, so bring it up. RingDroid. Right here. It browses through all the MP3 files on your phone. Just select the file that you want and click the save button, and you can save it as a ringtone or an alarm or whatever, or a notification, whatever you want. But I found it useful. Give it a try. This next application is called BTag. It's a QR code reader. It reads QR codes and other kinds of data matrix codes. If you don't know what they are, look it up on Wikipedia. Some fun stuff to mess with. I think we did a segment, I'm not sure if it's been released yet or not, on QR codes. I'm too lazy to print one out, so I got it on my laptop here, so I'll show you how it works. Load up the BTag program on your phone, and it'll open up your camera, as hopefully you can see on here. Now you just scan the QR code, hold it up to a QR code. Takes a second, and if you can see there, it shows you that the QR code is a link to our website, and you can click the box to go to the website, and it opens up on the phone. Eventually, I'm only on a 2G network here. I can't get 3G, so it takes a while, but as you see, yeah, there it goes. It opens up the BSOD website. So that's a neat little application to have on your phone.